Hello, this is Jin-Ho Park from Inha University, Korea. Today I will talk about some of my current research on housing designs with regard to open building. When people talk about affordable housing with prefab techniques, they typically have some biases that the housing may look cheap and all look alike, causing a negative impact on the neighborhood. Many architects have proposed some interesting ideas with unique methods, creating a number of design variations. Their approach is deeply related to the notion of open building that is time-based, expandability, reliability, towards sustainability from architecture to urban levels. I will present some examples where each architect demonstrates their own clear design strategies with regard to such approaches. Earlier, Los Angeles architect Schindler proposed an interesting project. The plan is based on the unit grid system. Internal rooms are consisted of removable garage partitions for flexible expansions. The garage was a separate unit to be added to any side of the house. Then he provided a number of design variations. In the slide, you can see the hierarchical strategies of his design procedures. The construction technique for this project was a complete prefab for mass production. All building components were made in an off-site factory and later assembled on-site. Parts are easy packing, light in weight. No heavy machinery is needed. Its merits include low construction cost, speed of fabrication, interchangeability of parts, reduction of labor, easy maintenance, and eventually personalized housing design. When arrayed and illustrated in the 3D perspective, the dynamic combination leads to less uniform organization. When even driving or walking along the street, it will provide spatial varieties and dynamics to the pedestrians. Another architect that I would like to introduce here is Gregory A. He developed a housing design in Los Angeles called Park Planned Housing. He used a simple modular grid for the unit designs. Two identical units with a garage are paired and mirrored each other along a street. His system allows enlarging the sizes of houses to easily accommodate the changing needs of residents. The basic house unit along with the garage is placed in a street patterns along the street. On top, the bottom is a photograph that shows current state of the houses. The next slide shows a series of perspectives of streetscapes in different stages of design development. When it was first constructed, as what you see on the top, it appears to be redundant and monotonous. Then later, when landscape, plants, trees are added, and other architectural elements like trellis, entrances, external walls, gates, and so on are added, so that the visual complexity of the street is somehow achieved. Then plants, trees are grown over time, and more floors are added. Then the monotony slowly disappears. Another project by Gregory A. was the Mar Vista tract housing in Santa Monica, California. A series of similar houses are designed and arranged on a larger city block. Internal space is divided by a large folding sliding door. That space can be separated, combined as necessary, thus flexibly modifying the unit from one room to 3 bedroom types. The modular grid here again used, and also symmetric transformation where the unit can be flipped over or rotated, and garage can be attached in designated spaces. Both help develop a number of design variations. Although there are a number of combinatory designs possible, total of 102 houses were planned, yet only 52 were built. Each house, as what you see on the slide, was placed in order. Different design features could be added to different units. This scenario increases the variety of housing types and strengthens the diversity of external views. A simple computation demonstrates that a great number of designs are possible. And what you see on top, symmetry operations, there's 8 possible ways, and garage attachment location can be different, and different design features. So if we count simply how many designs are possible, you see number of possible designs we can get. Not only can basic units be arranged on a site, variations of different units can be combined where new design features are added to generate a huge number of possible arrangements. This slide shows different stages of design development. On top, when it was first constructed, it looks dry, but over time, landscape, plants, trees are added, and trellis and some other external elements are added too. Then, in few years, the neighborhood will become a vibrant community. Next project is about James Sterling's private housing in Lima. What we are interested in this housing is not the project itself, but the strategies that he used for the development of larger assembly. A series of small-scale constructions with basic material illustrate an evolutionary growth developed according to needs of the dwellers, starting from the most minimum structure to the more complex ones. This slide shows how each unit is expanded. With standard housing for 4 people on the left, the kitchen, dining, living rooms are all combined around the patio. As the house increases in size, it can accommodate 6, 8, and more people. You can see from left to right. See how each unit has been expanded. The wall in each unit occupies new position at the time when the house accommodates more people, getting a bigger living room just as the families get bigger. 4 typical houses are grouped around the central patio, sharing a common structural walls. Then 5 of these initial clusterings is regrouped, forming a group of 20 to 21 houses. Then it gets bigger, 84 houses around a larger community. The large assembly is possible on a larger block. Different unit types can be infinitely added, increasing complexity of a larger neighborhood. This slide shows how the basic clustering is increasingly arranged in a larger city block. Just as individual rooms of a house are grouped, different sizes of house can be arranged with different scales of community spaces. Ideally speaking, such an arrangement can be infinitely grown vertically, horizontally. You can see from the top, initial clustering, and it goes on and on, forms a larger community. While some houses grow in height, some others remain as a single story. It may be hard to predict how the houses can be evolved. In a city block, the arrangement may look lifeless with repetitive buildings on the left. However, when some elements and landscapes are added and illustrated in 3D perspectives, it appears the community looks surprisingly dynamic from the streetscapes. To sum up, I have tried to show you some interesting housing designs where each architect clearly expressed their own computational procedures. Each design is related to open building approaches that is reliable, flexible, expandable, and sustainable. My presentation is up to here. Hope that you enjoy it. Thank you all.